Nicole started us out. I don't like going to doctors and dentists. Don't even take medications, barely take over-the-counter vitamins. So the worst thing, honestly, I have no idea. Tina said, I like Dr. Matthews. I hate shopping at Walmart. Keith said, I can't think of any right now. I like going to the dentist. Crystal likes going to the dentist. Kelly says, I'm just leaving the oral surgeon and had a Tarid removed. I'd rather go to the gynecologist every day. Ashley said, dentist isn't bad, but I do not want to have to deal with feet, especially when the feet, quote unquote, snow after socks come off. Blah. Scott said, definitely 100% diarrhea and nausea instead of going to the dentist. Joshua says, get back with my kid's mother. Gloria says, dishes, because the good Lord above knows I hate doing dishes. Cindy Lou says, paint my house with a Q-tip. I need a root canal as we speak. Emily says, reschedule a dentist appointment. She'd rather reschedule a dentist appointment than go to the dentist. Tori says, have 10 more children unmedicated. I loathe the dentist. Raina says, I don't mind the dentist. I just had oral surgery last month. Wasn't too bad. The first day was painful, but the painkillers took care of the rest. Pat said he'd go to the dentist first. Angela says, I don't mind the dentist. Better than some things you have to go through. Becca says, as long as the dentist is a good dentist, it doesn't bother me. I'm picky when it comes to dentists. Gutter Buddies of Lower Alabama said, honestly, I don't mind the dentist. I'd rather do that than grocery shop on a Sunday. Jesse says, nothing. I love my dentist. Nothing beats a fresh clean. Jason says, I can think a lot, to be honest with you. Rebecca said, gynecologist. James said he'd rather watch paint dry. Tim says he'd rather hang out with the younger generation and listen to nothing but their slang talk. 6'7"? Gail says I'd rather have hemorrhoids. John said I'd rather run through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on. Joshua said he'd rather pee on an electric fence and go to the dentist. Anglia says muck the horse stalls. Carolyn said count grains of sand in my yard. John says, sorry, I'm going to the dentist. Sheila says gynecologist. Same difference, just different. Just a different. Oh, sorry about that. Tina says scuba dive with sharks, no cage. Let nursing students practice IV starts. Bathe my cat. The list goes on. Freaks me out to have people put their hands on my mouth. And finally, Derek says, have a colonoscopy. At least you're sleeping and you can't tell. What great answers.